South Korea has been making some of the best zombie movies on the planet, and the West keeps ignoring them. These aren't cheap knockoffs. These are films with real budgets, real performances, and ideas Hollywood hasn't come close to. At number 10 is Colony, 2026. A South Korean biotech outbreak horror where a mutating lab virus triggers a lockdown inside a sealed high-rise. It is a claustrophobic nightmare where the infected form an evolving, hyper-intelligent hive mind, systematically learning human tactics, trapping escape routes, and mutating rapidly to hunt survivors room by room as they build a terrifying creature colony. Directed by Train to Busan's Yeon Sang-ho, this massive blockbuster scored a huge standing ovation at Cannes.
너 지금 우리 따라보는 거야?
진화하고 있는 것 같아요.
At number 9 is Kingdom, Ashen of the North, 2021.
10년, 20년이 지나더라도
Dark historical zombie thriller where a mythical resurrection plant brings the dead back as ravenous monsters. To exact bloody vengeance, a lone survivor intentionally introduces this ancient pathogen into a fortified military outpost.
나도 당신들 곁으로 갈 거야.
Number 8, Zombie for Sale, 2019. Zombie for Sale on Prime Video. If you're looking for a Korean zombie comedy unlike anything else in the genre, this is it. A family running a gas station discovers a zombie wandering nearby. Instead of killing it, they realize its bite makes people younger, so they charge locals to get bitten and run it like a business. The zombie eats cabbages instead of people and prefers ketchup over blood. Director Lee Min-jae's debut screened at the Busan International Fantastic Film Festival and won the Audience Award. Then it vanished.
아, 뭐하는 거야, 씨발!
아, 씨발. 갑자기 달려오니까.
Number 7, Gangnam Zombie 2023 on Netflix.
걱정 말아요. 제가 괴물들 유인할 테니까 민간 여기 있어요. 좆됐네.
A Korean zombie horror film set in Seoul's wealthiest district. A YouTuber and a martial arts instructor get trapped inside a building when an infection tears through Gangnam. The infected here are fast and violent, and the confined setting makes every encounter feel claustrophobic. Director Lee Soo-sung shot the entire production in a single building location. What makes this one worth watching is the class commentary. The richest neighborhood in Korea becomes ground zero, and money can't save anyone. Most Western audiences have completely missed this one.
상비군이었잖아. 나 믿죠? 아저씨, 한 번 더 해봅시다.
Number 6, Peninsula 2020 on Prime. Sequel to Train to Busan set 4 years later in quarantined South Korea, a former soldier is sent back into the dead zone to retrieve a truck loaded with $20 million. What he finds is a ruined country split between zombie hordes and a rogue militia running gladiator-style death matches using the infected as weapons. Director Yeon Sang-ho used over 2,500 CGI shots, the most in Korean cinema at that time. If you treat it as a standalone Korean zombie action thriller, it delivers something most people scrolled right past.
많이 무서웠죠.
Number 5, Rampant 2018. Rampant on Prime.
막지 못하면 끝장이다. 나를 따를 것입니다. 땅에 묻힐 거야.
Korean zombie movie set during the Joseon dynasty. If you're looking for zombie horror mixed with sword fighting and political betrayal, this is the one. Hyun Bin plays a prince who returns from exile in China to find his kingdom overrun by creatures called night demons. They hunt in packs, move fast, and only appear after dark, forcing every fight into torchlit chaos. The same production company behind Train to Busan financed this project. The drum battle sequence is one of the most intense zombie set pieces ever filmed, massively overlooked. That's 4 entries in. The next 4 are the real reason I made this video. Number 4, #Alive2020 on Netflix. One of the best Korean zombie movies for anyone who wants survival horror in a single apartment. A gamer in Seoul wakes up to the apocalypse and cannot leave his flat. Food for 3 days, dying phone, no contact with anyone. He watches his neighbors get torn apart from the window. Across the courtyard, another survivor appears and they start communicating through hand signals and written notes. #Alive hit #1 on Netflix in over 35 countries in its first week. If you spent lockdown alone in a flat, this Korean zombie thriller will feel uncomfortably real. Number 3, Badland Hunters 2024 on Netflix.
정신 차려. 이것도 사람 아니다.
Earthquake destroys Seoul, and 3 years later the city is a lawless wasteland. Ma Dong-suk plays a retired hunter who comes out of hiding when a teenager gets kidnapped by a scientist underground. The scientist's serum turns test subjects into zombie-like creatures faster and stronger than anything natural. The top 2 are the reason this list exists. Both of them are on Netflix right now, and both of them deserve 10 times the audience they have. Number 2, Carter 2022, Netflix.
제가 치료제잖아요. 그 치료제.
아저씨 꽉 잡아.
The most relentless Korean zombie action movie ever made. A man wakes up in a motel with no memory, a device in his ear feeding instructions, and a bomb in his mouth. A zombie pandemic has wiped out most of the population. The CIA wants him dead. North Korean agents want him alive. Director Byung-gil Jung designed the film to look like one continuous shot using hidden cuts and drone cameras for 132 minutes. Fights, car chases, and zombie attacks flow into each other without pause. Nothing else comes close. Number 1, The Wailing 2016 on Prime.
뭐야?
한번 봤지?
맞는가?
이 뭐가 이제 뭐야 이거?
아따.
자네 며칠 전에 하면 안 되는 것을 만난 적 있지?
If you watch one Korean horror movie this year, make it this one. A mysterious stranger arrives in a small village and people start dying. The infected become violent, foam at the mouth, and attack their own families. What starts as a zombie outbreak transforms into something far darker. Shamanism, demonic possession, and a mystery that keeps you guessing until the final frame. Director Na Hong-jin spent 3 years on the script. Premiered at Cannes, 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. The West barely knows this exists.
놈은 그냥 미끼를 던져본 거고 자네 딸내미는 무엇을 확 물어본 것이오.
내 눈깔을 쥐어야 쓰겠다.
10 Korean zombie movies that deserve way more attention than the algorithm is giving them. South Korea has been dominating the zombie genre for over a decade, and the West keeps sleeping on it. Which one are you watching tonight? 10 Korean zombie movies that deserve way more attention than the algorithm is giving them. South Korea has over a decade, and the West keeps sleeping on it. Which one are you watching tonight?